everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 9 math. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 9 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter ratio, rate and proportion. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. So let's just start with the lesson chapter ratio, rate and proportion. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is identify equivalent ratios. So what are the equivalent ratios? Equivalent ratios are the one. Okay, are these ratios equivalent? If you are given the ratios, you have to see they are equivalent. So you have to just cross multiply them. That is 2 by 5 equals 2 by 5 and 14 over 20. Okay, just equate them. 2 over 5 equals 14 over 20. And cross multiply them. 2 times 20 and 14 times 5. Right? 2 times 20 is 40 and 14 times 5 is 90. They are not equal. If they are equivalent, when you cross multiply them, they are equal, right? So that means the given ratio 2 by 5 and 14 by 20 are not the equivalent ratios. Got it? Let's just start with the test question. Okay, are these ratios equivalent? 5 to 3 and 10 to 6. So 5 to 3 and so that would be 5 over 3 and that equals 10 over 6. So just cross multiply them, right? Just do 5 times 6 and that equals 10 times 3, right? So 5 times 6 is 30 and 10 times 3 is 30. So see, their product is equal. That means they are the equivalent ratios. Got it? So the correct option is yes. 5 to 3 and 10 to 6 are equivalent. The correct option is yes. Are these ratios equivalent? 2 to 1 and 20 to 10? Which is the correct option? The correct option is yes, they are equivalent. Are these ratios equivalent? 1 to 5 and 3 to 15? Yes, they are equivalent. Got it? Okay, the next one is, are these ratios equivalent? 1 to 4 and 5 to 20? So it would be 1 over 4 and you have to equate them, 1 over 4 and 5 over 20. So just cross multiply them. It would be 1 times 20 and 5 times 4, right? So both sides are equal. So yes, they are equivalent. 1 to 4 and 5 to 20 are equivalent. The correct option is yes. Okay, the next one is, are these ratios equivalent? 3 to 1 and 6, 18 to 6, which is the correct option? The correct option is yes, they are equivalent. Okay, are these ratios equivalent? 2 to 5 and 14 to 10. 14, 2 to 5 and 14 to 20. Okay, so that would be 2 over 5 equal 14 over 20. So which is the correct option? You have to do 2 times 20 and 14 times 5. So 2 times 20 is 40 and 14 times 5 is 90. So no, they are not equivalent. The correct option is no. Got it? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So let's just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is unit rates. So let's just start with the next lesson, that is unit rates. Unit rate means if you are given, so what is unit rates? Unit rate is the ratio of two different units with denominator as 1, right? A unit rate is a rate where the second amount is 1 unit, right? For example, find the unit rate 21 deliveries in 3 hours, right? So you have to calculate how many deliveries per hour, right? So you have 21 deliveries in 3 hours. So 21 divided by 3 equals 7. That means 7 deliveries per hour. In 1 hour, you have 7 deliveries. So that would be 7 deliveries per hour. Got it? Let's just start with the test question. Basically, you have to calculate that one for, like, you are given 20 kilometers for 2 hours in 2 hours. So you have to calculate how many kilometers you cover in 1 hour, right? So you have to calculate the unit rate. For unit rate, you have to divide 20 divided by 2. So 20 divided by 2 is 10, right? So that would be 10 kilometers per hour. 20 kilometers in 2 hours, so that means 10 kilometers per hour. Okay, the next one is 26 chairs at 6 tables. So that means you need to calculate how many chairs per table, right? So which is the correct option? 24 chairs at 6 table, right? So you have to divide 24 by 6. So 6 times 4 makes 24. That means per table you have 4 chairs. The correct option is 4. So the correct option is 4. Find the unit rate 21 deliveries in 3 hours. So that means how many deliveries per hour? You have to divide 21 by 3 to calculate the deliveries per hour, right? So that means 3 times 7 is 21. So that means you have 7 deliveries per hour. The correct option is 7. Got it? The next one is find the unit rate. 44 orders in 4 days. So how many orders per day is? So that means you have 11 order per days, right? The correct option is 11. So the correct option is 11 orders per day. Okay, find the unit rate. 30 rooms on 2 floors. So you have to calculate how many rooms per floor. Very good. The correct option is 15 rooms per floor, right? You have 30 rooms on 2 floors. So divide 30 by 2. That means you have 15 floors on 1 floor. The correct option is 15. Find the unit rate. 24 passengers in 6 cars. So which is the correct option? So you have to calculate the passengers per car, right? So 24 divided by 6 is, yes, that would be 4. So that means you have 4 passengers per car. So you have 4 passengers per car. The next one is 33 liters in 3 minutes. So how many liters per minute? So 33 divided by 3 equals 11, right? That means you have 11 liters per minute. The correct option is 11. Find the unit rate. 24 setups in 2 days. So how many setups per day? Yes, 24 divided by 2 equals 12. That means in one day you have 12 setups. The correct option is 12. Got it? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is unit prices. Let's just start with the lesson that is unit prices. Unit price means price per item, right? You have to calculate the price of one item. For example, you are given a 7-pound bag of green paper cost $4.20. That is 4.20 is the cost of 7-pound bag. You have to calculate what is the unit price. So you have to calculate the price of 1 pound bag of green papers, right? So you have to divide the total cost by the number of pounds. The total cost is $4.20. So just divide $4.20 by 7. That means the price per pound is $0.60. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, so an 8 kilogram bag of potatoes cost $15.36. So what is the unit price? So the correct option is you are given the price of 8 kilograms bag. You need to calculate a unit price. Unit price means you need to calculate the price of 1 kilogram bag. So you have to divide 15.36. Total cost divided by the total weight. That would be 8. So 15.36 divided by 8 is, the correct option is, that is $1.92 per kg. Option number 1 is the correct option. A 9 pack of plastic flour costs $10.71. What is the unit price? So, which is the correct option? Nine pack. We have to calculate the price of one pack flour. So, you have to divide the total cost divided by the total pack. So, you have 10.71 divided by 9 equals, the correct option is $1.9 per pot. That is $1.19 per. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is a 7-pound bag of green peppers cost $4.20. What is the unit price? So $4.20 is the cost of 7-pound bag. So the unit price means you need to calculate the price of 1 pound bag. So how do you calculate the price of 1 pound bag? You have to divide the total weight divided by the total cost divided by the total weight, right? So the total cost is $4.20 and the weight is 7 pounds. So just divide 4.20 by 7. That would be the price of per pound bag, right? So the price of 1 pound bag equals 0.60 per dollars per pound. Got it? So the correct option is 0.60 per pound. Got it? A 3-meter roll of fabric costs $7.59. What is the unit price? So which is the correct option? You are given the price of 3-meter roll, that is $7.59. You need to calculate the unit price. Unit price means you need to calculate the price of 1 meter roll. So you have to divide the total cost divided by the total length. The total cost is 7.59 by 3. So the correct option is, which is the correct option? The correct option is, yes, that is 2.53 per meter. Very good. Option number 1 is the correct option, right? You have to divide 7.59 by 3 to calculate the unit price. Got it? That is 2.53 per meter. Okay, the next one is a six pack of water bottle costs $3. What is the unit price? So the $3 is the cost of six pack of water bottle, right? That means you need to calculate the price of one bottle. So when you need to calculate the price of one bottle, what you have to do? Divide the total cost divided by the total packs. 6. So 3 divided by 6 is $0.50 per bottle. That means one bottle, cost of one bottle is $0.50. Got it? So option number 2 is the correct option. That would be $0.50 per bottle. A 9-meter roll of water white paper costs $3.24. What is the unit price? So you are given 9-meter roll. That means the cost of 9-meter roll is $3.24. You have to calculate the cost of 1-meter roll. So you have to divide the total cost divided by the length of the total roll. You have to divide 3.24 by 9, so which is the correct option? So the correct option is, hold on, 9 times 3 is 27 and 6, yes, that is 6 is 54. So option number 1 is the correct option. That would be 0.36 per meter, right? So the unit price is 0.36 per meter. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is solve proportions. So let's just start with the lesson that is solve proportions. Okay, so you are given with a proportion, you have to solve for f, right? So basically proportion means two of the ratios are set to equal to each other, right? So you have to solve the proportion for the f, that is f over 14 equal 5 over 7. That is f over 14 equals 5 over 7. So you have to evaluate for f. Just isolate the variable f, move 14 other side, so it would be f equals 5 times 14 over 7, right? So you can divide 14 by 7. 14 by 7 is 2, so that would be 5 times 2. So that means 5 times 2 is 10. So the 10 value of f is 10. The correct option is 10. Okay, let's just start with the practice questions. Okay, solve for j in the proportion 4 over 5 equals j over 20. Okay, so just isolate the variable j, right? 20 is dividing here, it would be then multiplied to the opposite side. So it would be 4 times 20 equal 4 times 20 divided by 5. So that is 8. 20 divided by 5 is 4. No, 4 times 4 is 16. So that means 16. J equals 16. The correct option is 16. Okay, the next one is W divided by 12 equals 12 over 18. You have to solve this proportion for W, right? So isolate the variable to W, move 12 other side, so it would be then 12 times 12 equals W equals move this 12, so it would be multiplied on this side, so it would be 12 times 12 over 18, right? So you can 6 times 2 is 12 and 6 times 3 is 18. 3 times 1 is 3 and 3 times 4 is 8. So you are left with just 2 times 4. Either you can just multiply and divide. So the correct option is 8, right? The correct option is 8. W equals 8. Okay, the next one is solve for f in the proportion. So just isolate the variable f. That would be f equals 14 is multiplied to the side. 5 times 14 over 7. So 7 times 1 is 7 and 7 times 2 is 14. So 5 times 2 equals 10. Got it? That means the correct option is 10. So the correct option is 10. Okay, the next one is r over 15 equals 4 times 6. So which is the correct option? The correct option is very good. That would be 10. Okay, solve for m in the proportion. So which is the correct option? The correct option is 15. M equals 15. Okay, solve for m in the proportion. So which is the correct option? You have to isolate the variable m. Just cross multiply 1 times 32 and m times 8. Now divide the both sides by 8. So that would be m equals 32 over 8 is 4. So the correct option is 4. Got it? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is scale drawings word problems. So let's just start with the scale drawings word problems. Okay, let's just start with the practice question. Shontel drew a scale drawing of a house and its lot. She used a scale of 4 millimeter equal 3 meters. The front lawn is 100 millimeters in the drawing. How long is the actual lawn? So you are given 4 millimeter to 3 meter, right? So just form 4 over 3, and now you have front lawn is 100 millimeter, right? So multiply the numerator by a denominator by a value that makes 4 times the number equals 100, right? 4 times 25 is 100, so just divide both numerator and denominator by 100. Find the, basically you have to calculate the equivalent ratios here, right? So that would be 100 mm, actual lawn is 75 meters, right? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, Trent made a scale of a city. The scale of the drawing is 1 inch to 3 yards, right? That would be 1 inch equal 3 yards. If a neighborhood park is 30 inches in the drawing, how wide is the actual park? You have to calculate the length of the actual park. So 1 inches to 30 inches. You have to calculate basically the equivalent. 1 times what number is 30? 1 times 30 is 30, right? So you have to multiply the same factor by the denominator. That would be 3 times 30. So 30 times 1 is 30, you already given, and 30 times 3 is 90 yards. That means 30 inches equal 90 yards. The correct option is 90 yards. Okay, Lara measured a house and its lot and made a scale drawing. The porch is 10 inches wide in the drawing. The actual porch is 15 feet wide. What is the scale of the drawing? Okay, the porch is 10 inches wide, right? And in drawing, the actual porch is 15 feet. So what is the scale of drawing? That means that is 2 inches, right? So here you have 10 and 15. You have to divide 10 by what number to make it equal to? You have to divide them by 5. 10 divided by 5 and 15 divided by 5. So that would be 2 inches, and 15 by 5 is 3 feet. So that means 2 inch equal 3 feet. The correct option is 3. Okay, Arlet owns horses which require a special veterinarian for their care. The nearest horse vet is 12 inches away from the Arlet stable on a map, an actual distance of 6 miles. What scale does the map use? Okay, 12 inches on map, right? And actual distance is 6 miles. What scale does the map use? Divide them by 6. That means 2 inches equal 1 mile. So the correct option is 2 inches to 1 mile. Got it? Option number 1 is the correct option, that is 2 inches to 1 mile. Ed measured a house and made a scale drawing. He used scale 1 millimeter equals 3 meters. If the actual width of the living room is 9 meters, how wide is the living room in the drawing? So, which is the correct option? So, the correct option is, that is 3 millimeters. Very good. Option number 1 is the correct option. Each weekday, Seth commutes from home to work by motorcycle. In a book of road maps, he notices that his home and work are 44 centimeter apart. If the map uses a scale of 1 centimeter equal 2 kilometers, how far apart the Seth home and his work in real life? So which is the correct option? The scale you have to use is 1 centimeter equal 2 kilometers. So which is the correct option? So basically you are given the unit scale that is 1 centimeter to 2 kilometer, right? And you are given in the map that is 44 centimeter. You have to calculate how far apart are Seth home and his work in real life, right? So 1 times 44 is 44. You have to do 2 times 44. So 1 times 44 is 44 centimeter and 44 times 2 is 88 centimeter. So the correct option is 88 kilometers. Sorry, not centimeter. The correct option is 88 kilometers. Okay, the next one is Luther drew a scale drawing of the middle school. The scale of the drawing was 1 inch equal 2 feet. The gym is 27 inches in the drawing. How wide is the actual gym? The correct option is 54 feet, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So, we were working on grade 9 math. Chapter we are working on is ratios, rates, and proportions. The lessons we have covered today are identify equivalent ratios, unit rates, then unit prices, solve proportion, then solve scale drawings, word problems, and solve proportion word problems you have to do on your own, right? So that is your homework until next session. Until next session, you have to complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9, right? Or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10. Got it? So if you have any problem related to the lessons we just did, you can ask question. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So please ask question if you have any. Please ask questions if you have any. No questions. Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.